Alrighty, this is Liddington here with my super cute little Bristle bot. This was the OG, the original Bristle bot activity before it got revamped into a true STEM activity. So when I was trying to kind of imagine and plan my new project, I was really connecting with Hoffer and her idea of, STEM. Well, I wanted it to be STEM equitable, right? Like a lot of kids that are in low SES areas or they're minorities, in at least in STEM, they don't see themselves in STEM or as a STEM person. So I really wanted to make it an equitable STEM activity. So I said, why don't I make it a real world problem? Hey, let's make a bristlebot that can fix something in school. Like it can be a useful school tool. So I looked around the house at common school supplies that any school would have available. And I thought, all right, erasers, right? Everybody writes on paper. Why don't we try to make an eraser bot? So that was my idea. So I looked around and I found this eraser and I said, how am I going to attach it? Well, let's try a rubber band. I didn't want it to be fixed with permanence. I didn't want to glue it just in case I needed to make modifications. So I made this is Eraser Bot 1.0. And see, he's super cute, but he can't go anywhere. So the eraser itself was clearly too heavy. So I did make one of the improvements. I went ahead and this is EraserBot 2.0. I tied him together with this little eraser. What I found was this was light enough that it could still move. Notice the circuit has been broken here. Like it's not a closed circuit anymore because it was vibrating so violently that he fell right off the table and I couldn't even get him to stay still, quote unquote, to take a little video. So I just took a picture. To improve EraserBot, I would need to stabilize him somehow. As I was kind of Googling in the Googleverse, some people were saying that cutting the bristles can help it. But my brain pre-Google was thinking making some sort of stabilizer bars or wings kind of coming off the sides to help it balance out and move still forward instead of all over the place. So maybe put some like paper clips bent and folded out on the sides or some cardboard or something out like little wings or some sort of stabilizer bars to keep it straight and going. As far as evaluating the activity, the highlighted blue is the original prepackaged BristleBot activity, which really you're developing and making a model. Is it student-centered and are you designing are you making a model? 100%. You're doing a thing, right? It's super hands-on. I really liked what Hoffer was saying, that we need to take STEM from hands-on to mind-on. And that's kind of what's going on with the BristleBot. Is the original BristleBot is a hands-on activity. Let's make something, yay! But at that point, it's a craft, right? It's not STEM, right? You're not doing STEM. You're just making a thing. You need to use your mind in order to do STEM. So EraserBot really checks all of these boxes as far as the checklist, the STEM design tool checklist. The P is possibly, depending on how you swing it. And down here, the testing solutions, evaluating results, the mathy portion of things. You could absolutely turn around and do this, right? You could have contests with the kids in the different groups and see who could erase more words or a time that they're erasing words or, improve the balance. Like they could actually, if they're higher level kids, they could actually calculate. Older kids, they could calculate like the weight bearing you would need to make those stabilizer bars or something along those lines. You could absolutely tie in more the pure math component, like actually calculating things. But we were defining a problem, planned out an investigation. You could totally add in some data and analyses. You were designing solutions. You're using technology and advancing it in really neat ways. So BristleBot becomes EraserBot, takes hands-on, brings in the mind, and makes it a mind-on STEM activity.